Close your eyes. Slow inhale. Hold exhale. Let the room dim until all you hear is breath and heartbeat. Picture dawn breaking over your week like a thin blade of light. Now whisper with me Psalm 91's promise, those who dwell in the secret place rest under the shadow of the Almighty. Not visit, dwell, not rush, abide. In that shadow, fear loses edges, deadlines lose teeth, and night learns to be still. What if something impossible happens this week under his wings? Tonight, we're not chasing noise. We're stepping beneath a covering. If bills glare, if news drains, if anxiety loops the same story, lift your chin. There is another story above it. Spread your hands as if opening a door. Let worry exit. Let presence enter. If your spirit is ready, mark this moment. Type in the comments, I choose to dwell. Your words are the first step. Your breath is the second. Stay here. The refuge is real, and the morning has already begun. Spiritual preparation. Dwell, don't just visit. Lower your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Let your breath set the rhythm. In. Hold. Out. Now dim every screen inside. News, deadlines, the loop of what-ifs. Psalm 91:1 doesn't invite tourists. It calls residents. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. Dwell means unpack your worry, hand it over, and stay. No rushing, no performing, just belonging. Place your hand over your heart. Name what's heavy, then release it like a stone from the palm. Trade hurry for stillness, tension for trust, control for communion. Whisper, Father, I step into your shadow. Picture a wing stretched over your morning, a refuge wider than your fears. We are not crafting perfect words. We are choosing a truer address. Set your mind's GPS to secret place and refuse detours back to panic. If you're facing walls, will you step into prayer or into worry? First prayer surge, my refuge and my fortress. Father, tonight we come before you with hearts heavy and hands empty. Bills pile high on tables, and some listening wonder how they'll cover even the basics. Others fight illnesses that doctors cannot fully explain, waking up weary and lying down with pain. Relationships stand fractured, marriages cold, friendships broken, families drifting apart. And there are souls so exhausted that even breathing feels like labor. Yet we stand here not because of our strength, but because of your promise. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. Psalm 91:2-3. Look now upon the one who feels unseen, the mother crying in secret, the young man whose hope is dim, the worker crushed by rejection. Hear their cry as you once heard Israel in Egypt. Lord, turn despair into testimony, silence into song, walls into open doors. We dare to pray not for what is easy, but for what seems impossible, because impossible is where you begin. The same God who parted the sea is listening now. Biblical anchors, arrows, pestilence, and angelic guard. You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. For He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. Psalm 91:5-7-11-12. These aren't poetic exaggerations. They are records of God's covenant care. In Exodus, plagues struck Egypt, yet the homes marked by faith were spared. In the Gospels, diseases bowed when Jesus touched lepers, when power flowed through the hem of His garment, when even death itself obeyed his voice at Lazarus's tomb. The same pattern repeats. Arrows may fly, pestilence may spread, enemies may surround, but divine protection remains unbroken. So tonight, name your arrow, name your pestilence. Is it fear of failure, an illness, an unseen attack? And then remember, protection isn't a maybe, it's a promise. Has he changed or have we forgotten? Second prayer, break the chains, activate the hedge. Father, tonight we stand on the covenant of Psalm 91. If you say, "The Lord is my refuge," and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent. We lift up every heart that feels surrounded by walls, financial walls, emotional walls, spiritual walls that seem too high to climb. What men have called a closed door, you can turn into an open path. Lord, silence has lingered for too long, but silence is not absence. Even when answers feel delayed, heaven is not late. Tonight we don't just plead, we thank you in advance. Gratitude rises first because faith sees before the eyes confirm. We believe chains can break even in the dark, that the hedge of your presence is stronger than every arrow, plague, or whisper of fear. So we decree tonight, walls become doors, no becomes yes, silence becomes songs of testimony. Your covering is not fragile, it is eternal. We trust that what looked impossible yesterday can become a miracle tomorrow. Can today's no become tomorrow's open door? Faith persistence. Abide through the night. When the room goes quiet and nothing moves, faith doesn't quit. It abides. Perseverance is not noise. It's a steady heartbeat that says, God is still here. Think seed in soil, invisible yet alive. You water it with repetition, not rush. Tonight we choose consistency over panic, covenant over feelings. Raise your war phrases. Psalm 91. I say of the Lord, you are my refuge and my fortress. Ephesians 6. I take up the shield of faith. Flaming arrows cannot pass. Isaiah 40:31. As I hope in you, my strength is renewed. 2 Timothy 1:7. I reject fear. I receive power, love, and a sound mind. Speak them slowly. Let the words become weight in your hands. Set a rhythm. At dawn, noon, and before sleep, declare protection. Breathe in peace. Breathe out worry. Refuse doom scrolling. Guard the gate of your mind. The seed is working in the dark. Will you water the seed when you can't see the sprout? Third prayer, peace at dawn, guidance by day. Father, as dawn breaks, we quiet our hearts beneath your shadow. According to Psalm 91:14-16, you promise, because he loves me, I will rescue, I will protect. When he calls, I will answer. I am with him in trouble. I will deliver and honor. With long life I will satisfy and show my salvation. We take you at your word. Seal this day with shalom, peace that steadies breath, clears the mind, and softens the edges of anxiety. Lift the weight that woke us too early. Replace hurry with holy focus. Let the first light be a reminder we are held, not hunted. Guide our steps. Arrange timely encounters, wise counsel, and doors that open without forcing. If a path is wrong, close it gently. If it is yours, make it unmistakably clear. Mark our hours with small confirmations, a verse that lands like an arrow, a call at the right moment, a burden suddenly lighter. We choose love over fear, obedience over impulse, gratitude over grumbling. We move in confidence, not because we control outcomes, but because you walk ahead. If God answered quietly, would you notice? This day will not be ordinary. Return to your breath. The question that opened this prayer still stands. What if something impossible begins this week under his wings? You have stilled the noise. You have prayed in faith, and heaven has heard. Now we step out covered, not exposed, guided, not guessing, over your home, over your mind. I decree Psalm 91 protection. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand. It will not come near you. No fear, no hidden snare, no midnight arrow will break through his hedge. The Most High is your dwelling, the Almighty your shadow and your fire. Angels are charged concerning you. They lift you so you do not stumble. Walk into the day expecting quiet proofs, a door that opens, a word that lands, a peace that does not make sense. This day will not be ordinary. It will bear God's fingerprints. If this blessed you, share it with someone who needs this and comment, "I choose protection." And answer me one last time, will your testimony begin this week?